Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're going to get up, rise and shine. Today, if you've been following me, I've made an announcement earlier in the week that today we were going to focus on pushing and pulling. So you're going to need a band and you are going to need a ball. So hopefully you got that. Let's just do a little warm up. And if you don't have those things, that's okay. You can do some of these things just on your own. Why I'm showing you these exercises is because it's good for our bones. And a lot of us deal with achy bones, sometimes arthritis, sometimes osteopenia or osteoporosis. So we want to go ahead and signal to the body to go ahead and build more bone. So we get that calcium stimulation, and then that signals something that we have to start activating those cells to build more bone. That's basically why we do this, and it's protective. So think of these exercises as protecting the body, protecting that skeletal muscular system. All right? Okay, keep it going. Let's keep marching. And we're gonna go ahead and just feel those shoulders. Let's go up and back. Let's get those arms going. Maybe you're just waking up, you're feeling a little stiff. So let's get those arms warmed up, both arms up and back. Take those nice deep breaths. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter workout today. And I'm just going to go over some of the main things you can do. Now let's just recap some of the things that you probably are already doing in your everyday life that are very good for your bones. So when you go for a walk or a little jog, those things are very good for the bones. Let's go forward. But they're really just benefiting if you think of what muscles and what bones are getting the most impact from those activities are your lower extremities. So what about the arms? What about the thoracic spine? What about the neck and the low back? So we have to do some exercises, some bone health exercises, weight-bearing exercises for those parts of the body as well. All right, let's really get those legs up. Those knees are up. Let's get going. Okay. So what I'm going to do is grab some water. Hopefully you'll grab some water. Keep it by your side. It's important to stay hydrated. Love my water. Okay. So we're marching in place. And let's keep going with a nice pace. Get those knees up. Hopefully you can hear me. And let's just open up those hips. Open, open. Good. We got it. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And good. Back to the march. Opening up the hips. We might have some achy, stiff joints. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. We started with those shoulders. We just opened up the hips. And remember, when you're on your own, you can do these on your own or with a partner or a friend. All right, let's go ahead and work on a little balance. I have my chair here so that I have a little bit of a helper when I want to work on balance. So now for the knees. We're going to kick it out, bend the knees, the leg is up, parallel to the floor. Getting some of that stuck stress out of the knee while I work the quadricep. And 5. Good balance. Good. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. And good. Shake it all out before you get ready to do the other side. Okay. Standing there, make sure you feel good to stand on that other leg. Lift the other leg up nice and high and kick. Good. With a flexed foot. Let's take it up with that balance. And 5 more. Now you can also do this sitting down. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Woo! So we already got some steps in there. Make sure you're getting credit for all your steps. Make sure your trackers are on. And let's go ahead and take it out nice and wide. Let's do some arm swings. It's always good to start out with some arm swings. So even if you're going to rush off to work after this, at least you can check it off the box and just got a little workout in. Breathe. Really swing those arms. Let them go. You know, it's so important to think of the whole body. So when you get used to one type of exercise, whether it be running, cycling, whatever it is, maybe it's just yoga, your muscles have memory. Sometimes you gotta switch it up. So finding a video like this or someone else's video and just popping it on and doing something different once in a while is really good for those muscles or bones. All right, we're gonna take it to the side and swing. Swing it. Good, and we're stretching through the sides of the body. And breathe. All right, let's do a few more. We're gonna do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's put that together with those knees and swing those arms like you mean it. If you're working on getting some stuck stress out or just some anger management, here we go. Shake those arms. 5 more. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now on your own, I would aim for 30. 30 arm swings. Now another easy one that you can do is a push-up. That's a pushing. So remember, we're going to be doing pushing and pulling today. So you can always go over to the wall and do a push-up. You can go to the chair and do the push-up, or you can take it to the floor. So let's go ahead. Let's try those push-ups. Let's get them done and over with right at the top. Get those push-ups in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do my push-ups to the chair today. Let's take it down and up, down, up, below the air, out on the way up. And 5, I'm going for 10, 3, 2, and 1. And good job. Okay, shake it out. Now you can do that in a couple of sets as long as you get your push-ups in. That's the easiest, most convenient, no equipment necessary to get those pushing muscles. All right, I'm going to show you another way to get those pushing muscles. And all you need is a ball. Or you can even use a bigger ball like this. Okay, stability ball. Now the stability ball is good because you can put it right up against the wall and you can push. Turning your body, push. You feel it in the side obliques and push. All the way to the wall. Give me 5 more. 5, 4. You want to do a little 3-second hold. And good. Now turn it around and do the other side. Right up against the wall. Remember, good vibes today. Good vibes. Let's go. And push. Push. I'm feeling that already in the abdominals. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, let's go ahead. That was great. Let's use the smaller ball. You can still, if this is all you have, you can still use this. So we're going to sit here and concentrate on squeezing. And we're going to squeeze that ball. So this, along with your push-ups, is a great way to work those pushing muscles of the upper body. And squeeze. You want to squeeze as much as you can. If you have a Pilates ring, you can also squeeze the ring. If you want to do this as part of your warm-up, you can march and squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. Keep squeezing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3-second hold should do it. Squeeze. You want to do these a couple times a week. Sprinkle them into your workouts. So maybe on a day where you're going to do a lot of chest and back, that could be a great way to incorporate the pulling muscles. Squeeze. Okay. Let's go. Double time. Notice I'm keeping my arms nice and straight. Squeeze. Squeeze. Pull that belly button in. Stand up really tall. You know that posture is a thing. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. All right, let's pick it up a little quicker. Here we go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, good. How about we take it above the head? Remember, when you bring your arms above your heart rate will automatically go up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You got it. Squeeze it. Woohoo! Okay, let's go. Maybe add a little squat. Getting down low. Again, you can use this as part of the warm-up. Or you could just use these ball exercises to break up your sets of push-ups. However you want to do it. And good, as long as you do it. All right, let's go. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. Let's hold that squat, isometric contraction. Woo, how low can you go? And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I can feel that bone starting to form already, that new bone. All right, are you having a ball? All right, let's take it up and do a little speed burst. We're gonna do some butt kicks and toss and catch. I do this with my students and with my classes. It's good for agility, hand-eye coordination. Maybe do a little clap there. And you're getting that heart rate up a little bit. Kicking it up a notch. And good. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some more pushing. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the ball. Actually, I'm going to keep the smaller ball, not the bigger one, because we're going to do it for the legs now. So now we're pushing. Squeeze. Squeeze. So now we're focusing on the lower half. Squeeze. And you can go ahead and add a lower, deeper squat with this. Automatically, you have to squeeze to keep that ball in place. Good. Squeeze it. Now, if you did not want to do the squats today, you could also sit in a chair and squeeze. Squeeze, and it even works great if you're holding a weight. And squeeze. Let's go. 5, 4, really squeeze it out there. 3, 2, and double time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We got it. Squeezing those inner thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Were you doing it with squats or were you doing it sitting down? Now we're going to introduce the band. So if you have a band of any kind, go ahead. You can have one of those long bands that's just an endless loop or a shorter infinity band, but the shorter bands may not be great for this next pushing one. You need a longer band. All right, so it can be a continuous loop or it can be the ones with the handles. I love these because you can travel with them, so you never have an excuse to not exercise. All right, we're gonna put our foot right here. We're gonna pretend we're driving the car, stepping on the brake. Press, press. So another pushing exercise for the legs. So think being in the gym would be a leg press. That would be a pushing exercise. So don't forget your leg press when you're in the gym. Press. I'm holding it up so I have a little tension in my arms. Press. Give me a little shout out if you're there, a thumbs up, a hello. And good. Let's go double time. This is also great for balance. Heel to the ground and press. I'm using a green band. Some of the other bands are a lot harder to do this with, like the red or the blue or the black. All right, but as a beginner, or even if you're just someone who's used to exercise but not used to working with bands, I would start out with something like a green, something middle of the road, and then you can progress. Press. We're hiking it up, we're using that hip flexor. Good. Until you can't use your hip flexor, you really don't realize how important this is. All right, let's go. Press. Press it. You got it. We're bringing it down to the ground with the heel. I'm keeping my eye on the band just so that it doesn't pop up. And if you're afraid of that, you can always crisscross it. Press. Press. You want to keep that foot flexed and double time. Press. Good. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, let's march it out. So those were all really good pushing muscles. We did a little bit for the legs. We did a little bit for the upper body. All right, I'm going to show you some pulling muscles now, all right? Pulling. And you can always replay this. You can always reach out to me on firstclassfitnessandwellness.com if you have any questions. You can DM me. And you can always replay this, like I said, in my reels. And I'm going to try to bring it on over to YouTube, where I'm under my name, Marlo Scott. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and work those pulling muscles. Let's start out with the legs. Since we finished with the legs, let's continue on the leg work. And this is where I'm going to bring out the other band. So I'm going to put the loop, put my foot through the loops. And I have it right there, right through the middle. I don't know if you can see it. I'll back up a little bit. I'm actually going to use my chair for balance. And I'm going to lift. Good. So even if you are a runner or a walker and you want to increase your speed, this is a great exercise. If you incorporate this, this will help you. We're going ahead and working the hip flexor. If you're not holding on, of course you're using balance, but you're doing a pulling exercise, and it's Great for the bones. It's great for the legs. 4, 3, 2, and good. Don't skip out on that last one. Good. Now you might find one side is better at this than the other. Sometimes it's just a balance thing. Sometimes you have a stronger quadricep hip flexor on one side than the other. And good. We're going to do 4 more. Get that leg up there. 3, 2, and 1. And then for a last set, or maybe a warm-up set, you can do alternating legs. Get it up there. Good. Let's go. Up, up. Working on pulling. Remember, pulling and pushing today. That's what we're focusing on for the bones. We're signaling to the body, hey, calcium. Let's get some new bone cells starting to form. So we're not so achy. We have a better QOL, quality of life. Okay. Ooh, I'm really feeling this. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, now we want to pull. Now last week we focused on the stabilizing muscles of the hip. So we can go right into it. We're pulling. Let's pull it back. We want to pull that band out in different directions. Good job. See how low you can go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Ooh, feeling that. Okay, let's take that off. Now you also have the hamstrings. We can pull this way. Up, down, up, and if you don't have bands, you want to maximize that, you can go ahead, do a little weight bearing while you do the hamstring curl. Up. But don't forget when you're in the gym or you have an opportunity to get on a piece of equipment where you can do a hamstring curl with weights. That is a great thing to do. Good for the glutes, good for the low back, good for the hamstrings. Okay, let's hold it up there and squeeze, squeeze. Get it all the way up to the butt. Good job. All right, let's try that on the other side without holding on, using some weight bearing. We want to maximize our time. Flexing the foot, kick it up to the glutes. Now 3 more, then we're going to hold it up. Let's go. Hold it right there. And squeeze, squeeze. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Fire! All right, kick it out. Now I'm going to go to the floor just to show you if you do have a band, what you can do with this little guy. All right, let me make some room so you can see. If I lay down on the floor, and again, pulling muscles. We moved on from pushing to pulling. We're going to sit up tall like we're sitting up against the wall, or you can sit up against the wall if you're at home. And we're going to lift, lift, good. Lift the leg. Lift it. It's not so easy. You're going to want to feel like you want to go back, but try to keep that upright posture. When I first started doing these for my hip, I couldn't do it. All right, let's do one leg at a time, and up, all the way up. Kick it up there, flex foot, straight leg, no bend in the knee. Okay, other leg, up, good. Get it up there, pull it. Make that quadricep work. Okay, let's take it out of it and go up, up, up. Get it up there, let's go, woo. Okay. We got to higher range. This one really hurts. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Then we can flip over. I promise you some more hamstring. And we can take it down and lift the leg. If you can see, I'm lifting one leg at a time. Up. Good. We're pulling up. Then we can even take that into a hamstring curl. If you want a little resistance, if you have no intention of getting on a piece of equipment in the gym, this is a great way to do that hamstring curl. Hopefully you can see. And good. So basically it's the same thing, but we're using the band. Okay, how are we doing? Let's switch to the other leg. And I'll count you down. Let's see who's there today. Hello. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. There's so many fun things we can do. We could do a whole cardio workout with just the band. All right. We're going to do some more pulling, but we're going to use the long band there with the handles. Let's go ahead and take this, wrap it around the hands, and pull it out. Pull right across the chest. And I know how you want to do more squats. So let's take those toes out, those knees out, and do a set of plie squats. Good. Let's go, press. We're pulling that band out to the side, and while we do that, we're essentially working the back. We're squeezing those shoulder blades together. Notice a lot of the pushing muscles that we did with the pushing exercises had to do with the chest, and the pulling is going to have to do with the back. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take it up, hold it right there. Let's try to pull it apart right there, but pull it where you can see it. We don't want to go behind the head. That's not good for the neck. And pull. Let's hold it. Let's drop it down. Good contraction in the legs. We're holding it right there. How about we do one more drop? Get really low. And pull it. Good. Last one. And squeeze. 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 Let's keep pushing those knees out. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That was good multitasking. All right, let's get into a lunge position. Using the bands, again, we're gonna pull it down. Pull. How about we multitask a lunge and a lat pull down? So we're simulating the lat pull down machine that you would find in the gym. You're using your own resistance, that arm that's up in the air, and pull. Elbow down to the waist. Taking it down nice and low. 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. Let's hold it right there and pull, pull. Thank you guys so much for waking up and working out with me. I know it's not easy to get up and get this done. You either drop the kids off to school, or maybe you're just getting ready to go to work. And good, bring it up. It's not easy. Okay, but it is worth it. All right, let's pull it down. Good. Adding that lunge. We're on the other side now. And remember, you can go back and watch this anytime you want. Good. Last 2. Are you breathing? Hold it. And pull. Let's really get down low. Feel the glutes engage with this one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that in the back muscles. We're going to take it down in the chair and do a row, again, with the bands. Because even though when we work with weights, that's great, and weight bearing is definitely a part of this, it's good to pull something, pulling from another source, from another end point, which is why it's important to get yourself a pair of bands. Good. Now again, if you're afraid of it snapping up, just crisscross it. Oh, I lost my finger. Okay, let's pull it. Yes, I'm still dealing with a mallet finger. Okay, let's go. Pull it back. Squeeze. See, we're all dealing with something, right? Squeeze. We want to squeeze those shoulder blades, get a good scapular contraction right there. And if your bands are just, you're feeling like you're a little bit strong for the band, you can go ahead and roll it around once or twice. Squeeze. Good. You can do this at your desk. I'm giving you ideas. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're going to push the chest out. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Rows, very important. Now what we can do is make it even harder to do on one side. Squeeze. You get back in that lunge position. Double up those bands. That could be considered your warm-up set. And now let's squeeze. Make it harder. Always aiming to make it a little bit more challenging on those second and third sets. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, let's try that on the other foot. Working out together, we can do it. Let's take it up. Squeeze it back. Pull it. Never locking the joint. Squeeze. Good. We're pulling it. You know, there's some more exercises other than what we're doing here that are considered pushing and pulling. So if you want to learn what those are, you know, things like dips, those would be considered pushing. You can go ahead and reach me and I will tell you what other things you can do. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it up and squeeze. Squeeze. Get it up there. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, let's step on the band with both feet now. And you can do this in the chair if you want to sit. You're getting a little tired. We're going to pull up right here for the biceps. And again, same idea like when we did the row. You like it to have an end point that you have to resist against. When you do bicep curls with the dumbbells, that's great. But this just is a different way to do it. You get more of that pulling action. And it's good for variety. It's good to add it in there again for the bone benefits from pulling. All right, let's try both. Let's go. Squeeze. You can add squats to this. I like to add squats to everything if you haven't guessed already. That's my jam. Squat. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Sitting back in those heels. And let's try to do it out to the side, changing the angle of the bicep. Squeeze. Woo! Did I say we were going to do a shorter version this week? It's the same one. Okay. Squeeze. Squeeze. There's never enough time. Never enough time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Let's let's shake it all out. You guys did great today. That music helps me to stay on track a little bit. So let's go ahead and do some stretching. You know what, I'm gonna bring the band back in because we can use that band for stretching. Let's double it up and let's hold it up. So we're gonna take it over to one side and just stretch it out right there. Take those deep breaths in through the nose. Expand the rib cage. Exhale. Over to the other side. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And good. Take it back up. And let's just do a little rotation with the upper body. Feels so good to stretch. So we worked a lot of muscle groups today. And you can do these however you want. Probably thinking about it already, like one day you'll do the pushing muscles and the other day you'll do the pulling muscles because there's a lot to do. All right, let's bring the arms down. Let the arms hang right there. And let's just sway nice and gently. All my golfers out there, this is a good one. And good, now let's just let those arms hang a little shoulder circumduction. We can bend the knees and just let those arms hang. Ooh, feels good. All right, let's bring it up. And we're gonna go ahead and bring an arm around, stretch the rear deltoid, stretch into the back. Let's do a little wrist decompression. Grab a hold and bring it over. Good for the latissimus dorsi. And good, let's take it over to the other side. Nice and gentle. And I know when you guys are at home on your own, you're gonna hold these stretches at least 20 seconds, right? Okay, let's take it up. Good. All the way over to one side. And open up those arms. Good, let's catch them in the back. And work on that posture. Pull the neck in. Let's pull it out. And doing the chicken. Good, let's reverse tech neck. Push and pull it back in. Again, push and pull, look at that. Okay, let's take it to this side, a little side flexion. You really get that stretch, especially with these arms being pulled down. Excellent. You guys are doing great. Thanks for sticking with me today. All right, let's take it over to the other side. I know it might not be the first thing you want to do when you wake up, but you know what? You can check it off the box now. You did it, you're done. It's over, you did it, you're better for it. All right, let's use the chair and let's stretch the hip flexor. Let's do this one standing up this week. So let's stay standing, lift it. If you can't quite catch the foot, you can always reach for your pant leg. And now let's add a little balance to it. Deep breath. And good. We're going to bring the heel out, stretching through the hamstring and the glute. Reach out there. If you want to use the chair, you can bring it up and lean into it with the chest. Back is as flat as you can get it. The minute you round the back, you lose the stretch. Okay, so remember that. Let's do the other side. Reaching back. Good balance. Deep breath. Exhale. We want to slow down the breathing. And good. Let's reach out. Reach all the way out for that foot. Holding that stretch. And good. Take it up. We're going to go side to side. Good. Arms out nice and long. Long arms. Feels good through the side obliques. Good through those inner thighs. And good. Right here, let's circle those hips. And the other way. All right. Let's take it down a little bit. Deep breath all the way up. Get ready to go into a triangle if you want to. Get as low as you want. Get as long as you can with that arm. And good. Let's let's take it over to the other side, starting out here with support, and then straighten out the legs. Good. And bring it up. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Give yourselves a great big hand. Exhale. You did it. And a hug. A hug because you deserve it. You did something really good for yourself. And thank you so much. I'm so happy you did this workout and you learned about your pushing and pulling muscles and how good it is for your bones. Love you.